Hello, and welcome to a brand new show called Hobby Hut. And my name is Paul McGillicuddy from Massachusetts, Medford, Massachusetts, that is.
Ryan O'Malley from Malden.
Well, Ryan, today I'd like to introduce Hobby Hut. And it's a show that's going to be all about hobbies, myself and any guest that comes in. And my particular hobby is collectible toys. I've been collecting them since about 1990 because I had a lot of toys as a kid when I was growing up in the 1960s and 1970s. And I thought I'd introduce my hobby. Of course, I couldn't bring my whole collection in.
Yeah.
There's dozens of them, hundreds.
They'd be piled up back here.
Yeah, it'd be a big mess and cluttered. And so that's pretty much it. To introduce a hobby, anyone that has something interesting, that's fun, they have a passion for it, and it will be a fun little segment. We can and I'll get started. You have anything to say before we start?
Yeah. So what do you have here? Like what is your hobby?
I like collectible toys. Today I brought in mostly wind up with a spring. That's old school, like from going way back to mechanical in the spring, and they also have battery operated stuff. But it's all about moving things and power. Whereas, Ryan, today we're in a generation where everything is computer games, and you can get perfect graphics.
That's true.
You can play superheroes, good guys, bad guys, race car, and all on a screen, which is wonderful. See, but in the old days with these toys, everything was physical. We had to leave a lot to our imagination.
Absolutely.
And a lot of kids today still like to go out and do such things. So, with that said, I have this love for toys, and it just came on. I collect other things: vinyl records, paperback books, anything that's old and outdated. I just love. It's art in itself. Like this here, see the Walt Disney. We all grew up with Walt Disney, no matter how old we are. Like the Pinocchio and Mickey Mouse, and this is a plate where a wind-up mouse. I'll show that on camera too. I'll put that right there.
Yeah.
And what this is, it's.
How does this work? So you're gonna wind it up.
I'm gonna wind it up. It's a really nice. Not everybody likes mice. I had them at home, so I can't stand them. But in a fantasy way, we all love them. Mickey or whatever. He's not Mickey, but this guy is really fun. The wind-up key. This is the action on the spring.
Actually, I brought my wind-up cat right here. No, I'm joking.
Well, they have just about everything now in toys, weird toys. Even a store now has a mechanical rat.
Yeah.
I think it's Newbury Comics or something like that. All right. Okay, now I might have to help this along. So I put it on this, and it stays on. This thing holds it on.
Okay. Yeah.
And then he goes, and there it is, the action. Isn't that cute?
Oh, look at that.
And he doesn't fall off. The poor guy doesn't have any cheese, and he's having anxiety going in circles. Yeah, I might have to give it a push here and there.
That's cool.
And it never falls off.
What happens if you put it on here?
It'll go over the edge. It would. Yeah. So
That's cool.
it's really nice. It goes on until he runs out of gas.
Where does it say that it was made? Where's it made?
This one,
I'm sorry.
made in
It actually says made in India.
India.
Look at that.
Yeah, yeah. Tin toys are out of style, but they do. There's a few companies that still
Pretty
make
cool.
them. Yeah, real nice little graphics. So I love that art. Mechanical Lucky Mouse, a Disney item. There's probably thousands of Disney items. No cheese for you. Sorry. How about over there? Maybe the gravity's a little off that it comes over this way.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe the table.
Yeah.
So what else do we have?
Okay, so we're gonna move on.
Down here?
I'll put it back in the box.
Perfect.
Very
There you go.
Thank you, Ryan.
Very delicately.
Yeah. It's not the most valuable toy in the world. Well, it might have a little bit of value because it's a Disney product, and but if it said Mickey Mouse, it'd be worth more because he's a
that's
character. True. Yeah. So it's another one. It says it's made by a company called Crest. It's a wind-up zigzag.
Crest?
Yeah.
Maybe a toothbrush.
And this is a wind-up also. It's a Zigzag Express. And this is a non-character. It just has little artwork of and a train bell.
Yeah.
And this one has the key already built in it.
Okay.
So I keep winding it, and I'm going to have to
Control
make sure it doesn't go over the edge because it's a trackless train.
Okay.
So I wind it up, and here we go.
There you go. So do you think they used to make like tracks for it?
I don't think this one. I think this was just in a playroom for kids. No track, so no destination.
Yeah.
I think it's to me, it's like a confusion of life. You don't know where you're going.
Sure.
Hey, it's being obedient there. It's supposed to be like the Old West. Whoa.
There you go. Pretty cool.
Yep. Okay, so Zigzag Express, and I'm gonna move on here.
Maybe we can find out where this one's made.
Korea. Yeah. See,
distributor, Melville, New York.
Oh, the distributor is in.
Yeah.
Now, those small toy companies that, like back in the 50s and 60s, a lot of them closed down, and the big companies just took them over, or they ship them, or they all ship from China or India. Yep.
Cool. There you go.
Thank you. I'm glad you like that. It might still be ringing when I put it in the box. Until next time, buy your ticket. Next, a wind-up character. I think I grew up with Bozo the Clown in the 60s and 70s. It was a children's show. You might have seen like repeats.
I grew up being afraid of clowns, so I'll hold on to my seat over here.
Okay, a lot of people have told me that, Ryan. They're afraid of clowns because they're creepy.
Certain movies.
And Stephen King. But
Is that a clown one? It.
Yeah, with Stephen King. Yeah.
Not my thing.
Oh, it's become a horror item in later years. How clowns are evil and do bad things. But in my era, they were fun, like the circus and the children's show where he'd dance and sing and have games. And it's Bozo the Clown, and here he goes. Those big top. Whoa!
There you go.
Now he's spinning around. He's dancing. Hello, boys and girls. I'm Bozo the Clown.
He's kind of scared too.
Yeah, it looks like he has a lot of anxiety. Too much sugar.
Yeah. So I wonder if we can find out where this one was made. Does it have anything on it?
Let me see. I don't know if it's printed. Yeah, it is very nice. Bozo the Clown. Okay, I want to move on now. I would like to switch to something that's non-action. Well, action in a sense that it's a popular TV show of the 1960s. And it was, and it's a feature film right now, The Man from U.N.C.L.E. And that,
what does UNCLE stand for?
United Nations, excuse my ignorance, but the Man from U.N.C.L.E. Experts out there will know the answer to that.
Okay.
I watched some of them years ago because they were in syndication during the 70s and 80s. And this is from 1965 by Ideal. It's called, and there's Robert Vaughn, the actor, who's still around. You might have seen him on the TV commercial for the lawyer, We Mean Business.
Oh,
the same man, and he's still working. And him and another actor, what's that Scottish actor? What was his name? David McCallum.
Okay.
Who's in a doctor show now. He was his. They were they battled espionage and also.
Kind of like a 007 type thing.
That era in the 60s, other shows and movies caught on to the James Bond debonair thing. And so, anyway, this Robert Vaughn, the actor, and this is from 1965. And what we got here, nice graphics.
Maybe I can find out what UNCLE means. I'll do my research.
Maybe it says there, because I heard it at one time, but I forgot, Ryan. Sorry. And see the graphics here. Thrush was the enemy, and those were also initials.
Okay.
THRUSA. The graphics.
1965.
And the object is to find the villains and stop them. And here's some playing cards, and there's characters. The
agents.
The agents, and these are the Thrush villains. See. Very tame to the to the terrorists and criminals we have today.
Yeah.
This is just a fantasy. I rather look at criminals as a fantasy, in a fantasy way. Good, you know, you dirty rat and all that.
Yep. Yeah. What do we have? Well,
Yeah, so
I'm green.
green. Yeah, you can
My
be.
favorite color.
Yeah, if we had time, we'd play a game. Okay, so that's it. The Man from U.N.C.L.E. And I want to see the movie
Yeah.
and see how these new actors pull it off.
Yeah, portray it.
And I think it takes place in the '60s, like '68.
Oh, really?
Because I like period things that are 1960s, the fashions, the pretty girls, and the
Absolutely.
yeah. Okay, thank you. And least but not,
I like the trains.
I have Ryan, at home. I have a whole collection of trains. I have American Flyer,
wow.
Max, different scales. I have battery ones. I have electric ones. Of course, maybe in a future show we could use some electric power here. So trains and another item I like that moves, like race cars. I like to see things move and race. And this one is very simple. I think it's made in Japan. It just says plain train set. No. And what's so odd about the box? I bought this at a toy show once, and
it looks like the box turns into an environment that you can
punch these. The scenery, the tower.
Oh yeah, you make a little city out of the box.
And the signs.
That's pretty cool.
But I don't think that's a good idea to punch them out because I
No.
leave them there.
I think for the value, you probably want to leave it in there.
But kids,
pretty cool,
maybe they should have had them inside the box on a separate piece of cardboard rather than destroy the box and punch all these out.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
But yeah, so
Pretty
this is
creative,
made. Yeah, it is. This company's called Royal. Royal. I must have been a small toy company, like somewhere in America, but was made in Japan. Okay.
Yeah.
So look at that, and it would take a long time to set up like
Think so?
a big train set, but this one is simple.
Yeah, we can do this in a minute.
Oh yeah, it has everything.
Anything I can help with?
Not at this point. Okay. I think I'll just put that over there, and I put a fresh battery in that this morning.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it's battery operated.
Battery powered, yeah. But I've also had other wind-up toys. I don't know if I still have them. And some have plastic track. Some have metal track like this. Now interlocking. I'll do it.
I don't want to damage it.
Yeah, sometime. Yeah, this is not really a valuable thing or anything. It's just a simple tin toy from. I'd estimate like early '60s, maybe.
Okay. Cool.
By the way, Ryan, did anyone in your family, like your parents or uncles or anything, save their toys?
Yeah. So I mean, actually, my dad was a big train collector also. Actually, so we used to have a whole train set up in our attic.
Cool.
Going all around.
I love that.
I grew up around trains like this and putting the track together and creating my own little city.
Yeah, you could from hobby shops and stuff. You buy little buildings or even at home you can make your own things like tunnels and.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't have the space right now for my American Flyer all aboard, which is already the scenery is already there and you interlock the.
Really.
On YouTube you can see the TV commercial for it, and it says you can change the sections just like that. False advertisement because it actually takes about 20 minutes to put them in and get them
aligned perfectly.
Yes, but on a 1-minute commercial they want to make it simple for kids.
That's true. Let's see this in action.
Yeah, okay. It's always everything's right counterclockwise, so this won't take long. So
60s counterculture maybe. Counterclockwise.
Okay.
I
I don't know. It's this concept that they use. Okay, this won't take too long. We'll just keep talking while we do it. So, and these little logs go in here. Yeah, toys are for the kids and all of us.
Yeah, it's true.
So Ryan, you have a hobby right now?
At this particular point, I actually recently got into rain barrels, so collecting rain from the downspout to kind of save on water bills.
That's great.
So I'm going to be trying to create those. I haven't actually made one yet. I'm doing all the research, but we'll see how it goes. You know.
That's great. I like that concept. It
Save some
reminds me,
cash.
you know, you saw in the cities the big giant water tank on top of the building. Is that
Yeah.
the same idea? They store it.
Yeah, and then I think the reason they have the water tanks on top of buildings is to create pressure in the system, so that it comes out of your spout. But yeah, it's kind of similar. I'm not sure if they're actually collecting in those, but it's basically just a mini reservoir.
That's great. I love that idea.
And some of the older houses in the region actually have latrines. It's not latrines, or that's a different thing. What is it when you store water underground?
A pool of some sort.
Something like that. If I think of the word, I'll mention it.
Okay.
See how
And I'd like to hear about more of that in the future.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So I put it was I believe it was a D battery, either D or C battery. I put one in. Now this is just old mechanism, so it won't work as good as a like your father's train, because this is just for probably made for small children on their birthday or something. So I'm gonna put the switch and see what happens. Uh-oh.
Don't electrocute yourself.
Nothing's happening. Here we go. Yeah, it's not the most powerful thing, but
Pretty cool.
it's working, but not
Santa Fe.
Santa Fe. Yeah.
Burlington, Northern Santa Fe. Warren Buffett owns it now.
I don't know.
It's like when you play Monopoly, the various train companies.
Oh yeah,
You know
the B&O or whatever they oh, he's falling off the track. Yeah, maybe it's just it wasn't made to go fast anyway.
It's like the cog rail up in New Hampshire.
Yeah, and they probably delivering logs.
Yeah. Very cool.
Oh, so I'll bring in a better train set in the future that can operate better. But that's good enough for now.
Have you been over to Charles Row? They have quite a extensive train set up in there in the upstairs area.
I've never been to that, but others have told me of that. I'd like to see it sometime.
I think it might be. I think it's on today. I think it's Saturday.
Oh, maybe I'll look into that. Charles Row in Malden, Mass, where we are right now.
Yeah.
And
the country's largest train store.
that's what I hear. Yeah, that's wonderful.
Actually, Frank Sinatra used to shop there when he was in town.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that about him.
Yeah. He was a big train collector.
Yeah, a lot of famous people are into collectible trains. Neil Young, the rock musician.
Really?
Yeah. So,
Well, thanks again for showing us this.
yeah, and thank you, Ryan. And in the future on Hobby Hut, we'll bring in more stuff. And so, thanks for watching Hobby Hut. If you have an interesting hobby that's fun and enjoyable and want to share it and talk about it, contact us at this address for Hobby Hut. We would love to see your hobby, whatever your interest is. And thank you for watching. And I'd like to close the show now, and and we'll just ride away and
Into the sunset.
and end the show. And thank you for watching Hobby Hut. I'm Paul McGillicuddy.
And I'm Ryan O'Malley.
Thanks very much.